The Try Guys will be cooking our Pavlova with a recipe that we expect them to put their own spin on.
The f is a Pavlova?
Oh no!
Oh, it caved in. Is it supposed to be raw?
That might have ruined the meringue.
I'm gonna put raisins into the raspberries into the strawberries. We're making a turducken experience with berries.
We are doing a without a recipe episode with a recipe. The Try Guys will be cooking a recipe from me and Ariel's new cookbook, the Date Night Cookbook.
You can pre-order our cookbook now at datenightcookbook.com, and it comes out in stores on September 28th. The guys are going to be cooking one of our favorite recipes.
Our Pavlova with citrus salad.
The f is a Pavlova?
What's a citrus salad?
You may flip over the recipe in 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful font.
Looks like I printed it out from a website.
Okay, I'm gonna read everything.
Not me, I'm going one step at a time. Well.
What did you do?
He already dropped an egg.
We're gonna be Ned and Ariel today.
Oh, I'm Ariel.
Okay, I'm Ned. Let's go! What if I was just Ned the whole time? Let's do this, woo!
We have brought in Uyen Kirshenbaum from Kirsch Baking Company to give her expert opinion on the guys' Pavlovas. So you are a Parisian-trained pastry chef.
Well, I have been a pastry chef for over 15 years. I just started my own company, and it's called Kirsch Baking Company, so that's where I'm at now.
I cannot wait to have some Michelin-starred Pavlovas today.
Preheat the oven to 250.
Done.
Sick.
Trying to prep all the ingredients before I start.
That's one way to do it. I'm just reading what it says to do right now and doing only that. That first egg drop really threw me off my game.
Pavlova is a meringue-based dessert that's crunchy on the outside, kind of marshmallowy texture in the middle.
It's moist in the middle.
Yeah. It's named after a Russian ballerina that went on a trip to New Zealand and Australia.
It's an excellent, excellent dessert for a crowd or a party.
It's the challenge today because it's also one of the most technical recipes in our cookbook.
I have no idea what a pavlova looks like. I am gonna find a way to get raisins in this recipe. There's no cinnamon on set, but I saw some trail mix by the door. The first step, we gotta separate our eggs.
First, we're gonna use 4 egg whites. And if you have any sort of egg yolk or anything in your bowl, you wanna start over because you wanna make sure that it's just pure egg whites.
Oh, did you hear that sound?
Oh, I got egg on the instructions.
Now you've seen me cooking videos and you're like, Zach's a little bit of a wild card. He's probably fine with the recipe. Wrong. I get a lot of anxiety when I'm reading cookbooks. So if you can write something that I can follow, that's an accomplishment.
Aw, Sauvignon Blanc.
Aw.
Sorry, Ned, it's not Gnocchi Chard. I'm more of a Sauvignon Blanc type of guy. I want to cook with a recipe, but for Ned and Ariel, I'll do it. But I'm also gonna put booze in it. It's still the Try Guys. I'm not gonna just do something without booze. You think my booze is gonna mess with the actual meringue consistency? I'll put it in the meringue and see what happens.
Next, you're gonna put that in the stand mixer. I usually like to start at kind of a 6 or an 8, kind of medium high while I'm incorporating the sugar, and then crank it up to a 10.
Here we go. That seems too high. And then I'm gonna do that until frothy.
That's when you wanna very slowly add the sugar. You basically want to see it dissolve before you're adding in more.
One of the biggest mistakes is to add your sugar very quickly. If you just dump it all in, your egg whites won't whip. So you're gonna get a weepy meringue. You're not gonna get a stiff meringue.
Add it, lemon juice slowly, one thing at a time. Ooh.
And then slowly add your acid. We like to use lemon juice.
And sometimes we'll add a little bit of cornstarch just to make sure that structure stays.
Yeah, cornstarch, like a teaspoon, will give it some extra firmness.
Oh, yours is frothier than mine.
Well,
Wait, what is, yours aren't eggs?
They're egg whites.
What?
Did you read the ingredients?
No. 4 egg whites. Well, that's, okay, right there, I'm gonna tell you what. Step 1, separate the egg from the egg whites. That's not on me, bro.
All right, this is not idiot-proof, Ned.
So what happens when you beat the egg whites? They're all kind of bundled up in these egg proteins. And when you agitate them, they slowly unbundle and become these little strands. You have to stabilize them in a matrix through sugar and through acid.
As the egg whites whip, the proteins can support the sugar. But if they're not whipped at all, it can't hold onto that sugar.
So this is where you want to check for a pointy, glossy top as the whisk pulls away from the meringue. So this is stiff peaks moment.
You gotta get those stiff peaks. You gotta get those eggs nice and stirred up so they're stiff and hard.
Let's pause and I'll show you what isn't stiff peaks.
That's not
Look
stiff
at that.
peaks.
We're not even close. It's dripping. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, look at that.
That's great.
Beautiful.
That's
It's
really
glossy. It's keeping its structure.
Oh, we're getting close to peak down. It's close to stiff.
Close. It's glossy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go a little stiffer.
People only know me from Without a Recipes, but I know so much about food. I know exactly what a pavlova looks like. Matt has made a pavlova in the past year. Maybe it needs a little bit longer. I think it could be a tiny bit stiffer.
All right, guys, step 1, separate the egg from the egg whites. I didn't see how everyone else did this, but I know that there's that TikTok hack. Woo! TikTok!
Oh, I got a little Whoville curl over here.
That might have ruined the meringue. It was pretty perfect, actually. In fact, Ned was smiling from off camera. And now, smells smells a lot like wine. Still looks pretty good, actually.
Once you have your meringue with stiff, glossy peaks, you spread it in a circle. Put it on a pan, parchment paper, or a nonstick baking sheet.
And I like it kind of flat because we're gonna be putting so much on it. I try to make it, between 1.5 to 2 inches.
Okay, 9 inches wide. This is good. You can taste the subtle little lemon.
When you're done with this, the texture should be smooth, and ideally, you're not even seeing any grains of the sugar.
The sugar granules, I caught a couple that were crunchy. Don't know if that's right.
We only have room in the oven for one person to have a large pan, so me and Zach have to use small pans.
All right, so there you have it. Our pavlova ready to go in the oven. And as tempting as it is to open the door and check, leave it closed, don't do it. Just let it do its thing. And now, while it bakes, you can prepare your toppings.
I don't think mine's becoming anything.
It is, it's doing great. I was impatient, now I've got granulated sugar in my meringue, but that's my creative twist.
I'm so sorry to our viewers. I am trying to get past this step. I know that this is audibly a nightmare. Normally my f***ups only harm the people who taste the food.
Okay, so now I'm gonna make my little salad situation, and I'm like, what should I do? How do I make it unique? Well, they've got raspberries in there. I love raspberries. And there was trail mix. That trail mix got some raisins in it. I'm gonna put raisins into the raspberries. A little raisin surprise. Raspberries. Raspberries.
What do you think, guys? Is that peaky or is that goopy?
Oh, that's almost peaky.
Almost peaky.
So it seems like we have some freedom for what fruit we use. Classic me, I'm just gonna think about the aesthetic. So I'm just gonna go for a berry forward topping. Keith, you're following the citrus directions pretty closely.
I mean, yeah, I'm doing some things that they asked for. I'm doing some things they didn't. I'm stuffing lemon raisins into the raspberries.
Oh, that looks like a mountain range to me. Attention, everyone! Step 3.
We got some fresh citrus, we got some honey, and we got some fresh mint from our garden.
And I like to cut it pretty thin because when you're eating a pavlova, you want to be able to get like a bite of citrus. You don't want to have like an entire piece of an orange. And so you want to cut them kind of thin so that they sort of melt in your mouth almost. We particularly like acidic fruits because they're not as sweet as other fruits.
Typically meringues have a lot of sugar, so you balanced it out with citrus. Because it's sweet and then you have your sour. Because if you did like sweet and sweet and sweet,
Right,
it's hard
it'd be
to
too much.
eat. Yeah.
I got a great idea. Not only do we have raisins in the raspberries, I'm gonna put the raspberries into the strawberries. We're making a turducken experience with berries. It's gonna be hysterical.
I don't like being rushed. This is why recipes take me a really long time. There's been in there for what, like 20 minutes? So I'm very behind.
Making my pavlova a little drunk ballerina action, you know?
I'm also going color inspired, but I'm gonna make a face. I'm just gonna prepare a lot of fruit and then see what happens.
Part of dating, part of relationships is trying to surprise one another. Sometimes there's rose petals on the bed. You come home, sometimes there's a roast in the oven. You come home, sometimes there's raisin in your raspberries and your strawberries.
I did berries and kiwis. I just like the color. So I actually steered away from citrus and more of a berry drunk salad because there's a shit ton of wine in it.
It smells crazy. It smells like wine is baking, which is what is happening.
That's it. That's the timer. Let's check. Now you don't want to open it too much. Just want to kind of crack it. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
That looks nice.
We all have our Pavlovas in the ovens, but we put them in at different times. But we just realized that this part of it is really not assuming you're doing a competition when you buy this cookbook. Allow to cool to room temperature in the oven.
Oh.
With the door open.
Okay, well what if, hear me out guys, we open the oven, but we leave it on, and we just put mine further back, and then take yours halfway. So mine's by the heat, because I've got 40 minutes left.
I've got 22 minutes left.
I've got about 26. We put it in pretty close to each other.
We put it in pretty close.
Sounds rude.
It says about an hour, right? Maybe we'll go like 2 minutes beyond Eugene's timer, then you'll be at like 50 minutes.
So we're gonna turn off the oven, try to average around the same time.
Yeah, we begged you to put it in.
Yeah, well.
I brought this whole problem up
And
early.
I begged for everyone to slow down so I could read these instructions 10 times.
You spent 20 minutes with a plastic bottle and yolk.
Turn off the oven and we'll just leave it slightly ajar. So next want to cool it very slowly because if you pull the oven door completely open, a lot of cold air will rush in and it might like crack.
A lot of it depends on the temperature of the room you're in. So if you're in a really air-conditioned kitchen and it's coming out of a hot oven, it's a thermic shock, so that's why it makes it crackle a little bit.
How open should the door be? Just like this?
No, just crack it.
Just, you think crack? It says door open,
Crack
not door
it?
cracked.
That's open.
That's open?
Yeah.
Does this feel good?
No way. It says allow to cool with the door open. It does not say ajar. It doesn't say cracked.
It's open.
That's open. A crack is like when
That's
it's
not open.
That's open.
You don't think that's open?
That's not open.
You're telling me that ain't open?
That ain't open.
It's open.
That's cracked.
No.
That's ajar.
This is cracked.
That's cracked. This is ajar. That's open.
This is gaping.
That's gaping. Yeah,
This
that's
is
wide.
gaping, and that's not the date
wide
night we're
open.
having.
Look, just split the difference. There, it's open.
Do you think a jar is less than cracked or the same as cracked?
No, crack is less than a jar, but a jar is more than cracked, but they're both small.
I mean, that's cracked.
Yeah,
That's cracked.
that's a jar.
Still a jar.
No, this is open now.
Now we're.
You're basically in open. Like imagine if that was your front door and you were like going to sleep. Would someone say, "Oh, it's fine, honey. The door's ajar"? You'd be like, "No, the door's open."
No, it's open.
Someone's gonna come murder
If
us.
a raccoon can squeeze through, it's open.
Yeah, honey, the front door's open.
The front door's open.
That's open. Ned, is this open?
It's open.
It's open.
If
Ned.
anything, it's a little too open.
Uh-oh.
The whole point is you want to cool it down very slowly.
We
Then
don't
you
know.
should have said cracked.
All right, we're gonna let these cool with the door ajar or open for as long as it takes.
It
till
should be
room
say. It
temperature.
should say slightly open.
Slightly open. I think that
it needs a modifier. We're back.
And it's time to take out our Pavlovs.
Pavlova. It's a Pavlova.
Pavlova.
No matter how yours comes out of the oven, even if it's a little bit crackly, don't worry about it. You cover the entire thing with whipped cream,
Hot tip, you can actually make these up to like 2 days ahead of time,
which we did. We're going to use our pre-made Pavlova.
which is why there are no cracks.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this prime craftsmanship. No cracks.
You did a nice job.
Ooh. Oh, that's nice. Salad.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, it caved
It
in.
has hole in it.
But it's pretty.
But it's fluffy on the inside.
Looks pretty.
I fully blame the door shenanigans.
You're right. If the door were more open, this would never have
No,
happened.
Zach.
Because it was a jar.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Honestly,
good.
pretty good. The part that f***ed up, I did when I was testing it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Shit.
Mine's flat.
Oh no.
Could it have been the wine?
It could have been.
Looks like the ocean waves on a choppy night.
I did a
does.
pretty design though.
It's beautiful.
It didn't crack.
There's not a single crack in there.
No, I think it needs to be more airy, but hey, we're gonna work with it.
Is it supposed to be raw still inside?
Oh, ew.
Keith, don't say ew when we're baking.
It looks like
It makes you say ew.
If you don't fully dissolve the sugar, it's going to weep.
That's when the sugar comes out the bottom.
So not only do you get this residue, but also the structure is compromised and it could collapse.
So there is a whole page of instructions dedicated to how to make whipped cream. So it can't just be the cream and the whipping. There's got to be something else like sugar.
All right, we're gonna make some whipped cream now. We make whipped cream, I would say at least once or twice a week. We love whipped cream.
we love that
yes.
whipped cream.
I add very,
Self-explanatory.
very little sugar. So I'm maybe gonna add like 1 teaspoon of sugar. I know a lot of times you'll put sugar in whipped cream so that you can make a dessert whipped cream.
Yeah.
This one is not really a dessert whipped cream. This is more for texture.
You're not like dumping in a whole bunch of sugar into the whipped cream.
I kind of want to put some lemon in mine.
Oh, we're whipping our creams. We're whipping our creams. We're putting in some sugar to sweeten our dreams. We're whipping our creams to go on our Pavlova. Everybody loves a little whipped cream.
I'm going for it. Full throttle. That's the way
throttle.
Ned would like it.
That's true. We got to be a little bit more Ned in here.
And then I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla.
That looks perfect. Look at that. Keeps its shape. But it's all super smooth. Oh my gosh, so good.
I think that's whipped cream. Go a little more.
Well, it's sweet. Okay.
And just as with the Pavlova, you don't want to over whip your cream. A, because it doesn't taste as good, but B, if you way over whip it, you could actually make butter.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and especially if you add acid, because then it curdles.
Oh my gosh.
Just a little bit of orange in it. Oh no, it's over whipped. Stop. No, it's over whipped. I over whipped it. It's butter. I made butter. It tastes good, but the texture is ugly. But the texture feels nice.
I don't know what the I'm gonna do here because if I move it, it's all gonna fall apart, and then the decoration's going all over the place. But if I even attempt to move it, it's gonna fall apart.
Transferring it to the plate is a little tricky.
It should stay solid like a Frisbee, but sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, you want to make sure it's nicely separated from your non-stick. Non-stick, very important. Oh no! No! In my transferring, I cracked our perfect exterior. But like I was saying, don't worry, you're gonna cover it with whipped cream. Little crack's okay. Little crack actually means that it has a really good exterior meringue flavor. Or at least that's what I'll tell myself so I can sleep at night.
This won't work because they're gonna go cut into it and they're gonna get paper in their mouth. I have
Yeah,
to
I'm
take
having a
it
similar
off.
problem.
I have to take it off.
Wow, mine has such a spongy consistency.
How are you supposed to get this off without totally collapsing it? It's a bunch of broken shells.
I'm gonna cut it.
Why?
I'm gonna cut it.
Why?
It'll be easier to get off.
Eugene, why?
Somebody pull the wax paper out.
Good job, Keith.
Keith, how did you end up getting yours off? With
get
this
mine off?
double spatula?
I worked real hard with that flat spatula, and then I took it with the 2 spatulas. Also, yours being so gooey, mine was not gooey.
Yeah, well, again, mine wasn't allowed to cook long enough.
Well, mine got overshot. Mine probably cooked too long. It got too brittle.
And mine has wine in it.
And Eugene's is just wrong.
His does kind of look like a focaccia made of meringue.
Mine is like pure goo inside.
Okay, what if I present it upside down? I put the plate on top and then flip it. See, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, but his is much more strong than ours. His is a little more dense.
Pastry on the bottom.
Well, you can try it.
I don't think it'll work.
I don't think so either.
So you spread the whipped cream on top, then you arrange the fruits, garnish with some mint and honey. And there you go. Oh, gosh, Ariel, amazing job dressing this pavlova.
thank
It looks
you.
beautiful.
It does look beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Ooh,
Yeah. This is our citrus pavlova. Crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Decadent whipped cream and citrus on top.
That mint is amazing. It's so fragrant.
Oh, this is so exciting. I'm at the judges table. Welcome to the judging. Today, we're gonna be judging based on taste, presentation, creativity, and is it a pavlova? We gave them recipes to follow as guidelines. Of course, they put their own style and spin on it. Each of the other Try Guys is going to prepare their pavlova with the whipped cream and their chosen fruit toppings right here in front of us in the pressure cooker, and then they'll present it immediately so it doesn't lose any volume, any texture. We're gonna really get the full experience here today.
Okay. So the ideal pavlova should be crispy on the outside. It can be a little crackly, it's okay, because the inside it should be a little bit moist and a little bit like marshmallowy gooey.
Right.
That's the ideal.
So cooked on the outside, moist on the inside. Okay.
All right, we're gonna, the judges are right here. They can see, so I can't hide that it's cracked. So we're not gonna try to hide the cracks. We're gonna put our whipped cream on here.
That whipped cream looks a little overwhelmed.
A little over whipped, but you know what? I tried to go for it for them. Sometimes you put in extra work because you want to impress them, and then you make a mistake. So I've got some fun citrus flavors for sure. There's just a little bit of orange in the whipped cream. But it's very fresh. I've got some fun rough chopped trail mix.
Oh.
Judges, I have my very first ever pavlova.
Well, we did ask you to make a pavlova.
Is that what it's called? I have some fun citrus fruits going on in there, and I put some raisins in all the other fruits.
Oh.
So the strawberries you'll find have raspberries in them, and those raspberries and those strawberries have raisins in them. So it's sort of a turducken experience, but all fruit.
Chef Uyen, in your distinguished career, have you ever seen a raisin in a raspberry, in a strawberry?
15 years of work and I've never seen this. You're a pioneer.
Wow. Somebody fly me to France.
Visually, I love everything. I don't love the 4 prongs of strawberries. They're really just aggressively coming at me.
They're mimicking the peaks.
Okay, okay.
They're inspired by the meringue.
Well, now you're winning me over.
I like that a lot. I like that it's symmetrical. I think it has all the elements of a pavlova.
We had a large debate over how open the door of the oven should be, and I think it resulted in all of our pavlovas cracking under the pressure.
A little crackle is okay. It's telling you that it's crisp and it's almost there. But too much is it could be a mixing issue or it could be a temperature issue.
Very eager to see how the nuts will play.
Same. Now, what are you looking for when you cut into this? What should it look like?
So you should have a crispy shell. It should crack, and they should have like a little bit of gooiness in the center.
All right, Ned.
Ooh.
And it went in soft with a little crunch just on the outside.
It didn't like deflate or anything.
Okay. Ooh. Looks pretty decent.
Yeah. Let's have a taste.
Start giving me your amazing feedback. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
The chef is not having an easy
What do we
time
like?
baking it.
What do we like the most about it? And did you eat one of the berries?
I'll eat one of the berries.
The raisin's really the gift
Yeah.
that keeps on giving. It's like
It takes away from the rest of the pavlova.
it's light, airy, just like a ballerina gracefully leaping through the air and leaving a raisin size. I think the pavlova itself is quite good. Crust is really doing it for me. And I think the inner, the gooey bit is pretty good.
Pretty
But
gooey.
there's like more whipped cream than there is gooey bit.
Yeah, it's just a question of ratio.
The whipped cream, it tastes good, but I think it's a little over whipped.
Oh, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, and I saw that happening. I was like, there's not a lot of time to fix it. The taste still was good, but it did become heavy.
It's great. The texture, you got it down. Your meringue is great. It's just overwhelmed by your amount of cream. And the cream tastes a little bit sweet. I don't know if that was measured correctly or not.
Had no measurements.
Oh, yeah.
So I just sort of went for sweet.
Yeah. So meringue's typically already sweet. So you want to almost not sweeten your cream at all. No, but it's very well done for someone who's never seen a pavlova before.
Thank you. The raisin's a blast. I love the chocolate.
I'd say it's the best pavlova I've ever had.
Thank you.
Judges.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
It is now time to decorate my pavlova. Now this is where I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna really razzle-dazzle the judges with just visual splendor. First, you gotta cream your pavlova. Then you dapple it with fruit and honey and mint. My vision is a face. I want to make a beautiful face out of this. Now, judges, I know that this book is your baby, so I proudly present my baby. Little dancer boy, the pride of Russia. You see, little Zachy here, his legs are up, he's doing ballet.
Wow, Zach.
That's something else.
It sure
Wow.
is.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I've never seen a pavlova like this.
And you never will again.
No, never have.
Now what you have here is a pavlova with citrus. I did a little bit of a lemon-infused whipped cream just to give it that zesty Zack action. Like with a human, you don't want to go too deep in or it might scorch you with blood. So, you know, think of this as you want to just really nibble on the face.
I'm excited to try the whole experience.
Something wrong with the bottom?
There's nothing wrong with the bottom.
You know, I wasn't worried about the bottom until you just said that.
There's paper on the bottom, okay? I just want to get this out of the way and say it. There's paper on the bottom. Just don't even go to the bottom. Just stay on the top. You're gonna have a good time.
It's hilarious. It's very you. You've kept the core of our actual recipe, which I do appreciate. All right, we ready? Definitely soft.
Yes, perfect. Just like I intended.
All right.
It's gooey, man.
Again,
It's
if you cut someone's face open, there's gonna be goo.
it's true. It's it's supposed to be like a little gooey, almost like cottage cheese vibes.
Yum.
Texturally, I think we might be missing some crisp edges on it. Do you think it was underdone?
I don't want to point fingers here, but there was a touch of sabotage. Now we have one oven here, and my compatriots did not wait for me to put my thing in the oven. Therefore, yes, mine was underbaked.
Why did you not put it in at the same time as they did?
Because, judges, I love and honor recipes, and I really want to make sure, especially for the video, that I am reading it line by line to get those pre-orders. Hey, datenightbook.com, baby, get yours now.
DateNightCookbook.com.
You should probably buy both.
All right, let's go for it.
It's still delicious. See? Yeah, see? See? No, go back to shaking your head up and down. I love that moment.
It's a little weepy inside.
Yeah, the
That's
fruit
his
and the
fault,
honey
yeah.
is nice. It's sort of like I don't know where the whipped cream starts and the firm pavlova end. It just becomes all one goo. It's very sweet. Very sweet.
I've been told I am.
Presentation creativity for me. Really, you really nailed it.
Texture aside, is the taste also off?
It's so hard.
I know the texture is wrong.
Texture aside, it tastes more or less okay, maybe a little on the sweet side.
It had potential.
Thank you, judges.
Oh, yeah, it's really sweet.
It's so sweet.
It's like-
It's so sweet.
Ooh, wow.
Whew.
Wow.
Who knew sugar did that?
Yeah, it tastes like only sugar.
Judges, while I wait, please enjoy this bottle of Sauvignon Blanc.
Don't mind if I do.
We're talking.
Throw this out
Now
front.
we're talking.
Cheers.
Cheers. He's bribing the judges and it's working.
There's also wine in the cream,
My God.
which might explain why it has the texture of foam. So there's wine in all bits of this, so I'm calling it the tipsy pavlova, because it might fall over any second. I went for a layered look. Every element has white wine in it. Every element.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty. Apart from where there's a lot of liquid coming out of it.
Yes. I mean, you talk about pavlova's weeping, but this one's full on like hemorrhaging tears.
Yeah, it looks like melted ice cream, and I don't know where that's coming from.
I like the mint garnish.
I like the amount of fruit. I love that you have this height.
I think it's clever birthday cake look The only issue is that because pavlovas are made round or one large layer so that you can have that crispy edge. So when you trim them off and then you layer it, you lose that crispiness that adds texture to it all.
Maybe I'll go right down in a third.
Huh, look at that, hey, look at that. Yada, 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 yada.
Chef is chewing. She's thinking.
She's taking a second.
She's laughing.
You know what's happening is she likes it, she doesn't like it, she does.
It's not bad.
Told you.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
The wine makes it less sweet.
It helps it. There's a curious chew somewhere. Maybe in one of the layers that kind of helps it.
Yeah, I think the alcohol made the whole meringue like so much denser.
I think the question here is it a pavlova? Maybe not, but is it delicious? Yes.
I mean, it has the elements of a pavlova. It's just the technique changed the texture. You don't have that crispness.
No.
You know, you have a different kind of a spongy cake.
Whoa.
Wine.
Wine.
But
This tastes good.
it tastes good.
Yeah. Well, judges, seems like you have a lot of things to think about in terms of who wasn't the worst.
Now we're going to deliberate privately and we'll come back with the first ever winner of With a Recipe. Wow. Let's talk about pros and cons of starting with Keith.
I felt like when I was eating it, I was eating mostly whipped cream, and it was very sweet.
Yeah, they were all actually quite sweet, probably too sweet across the board. I really liked Keith's crust. You know, he's really the only person that actually got
he
a
nailed
good
it.
Yeah, he got
crunch on
the
crust.
crunch.
And after all this time, it's still got some kind of integrity to it.
Yeah,
It's still
yeah.
hanging on.
Yeah.
I didn't love the surprise gushers.
No, that was
I thought
horrible.
that was a little strange.
Clunky. It was like a clang in my mouth.
But it was
Critique, I guess.
creative.
Next, let's talk about Zach's.
I thought his presentation was super fun.
I mean, how fun was that face?
That presentation was closest to the recipe because it was citrus and a round pavlova.
Now, when it comes to the texture, obviously mistakes were made.
Yeah.
But how much should we judge that because he was operating with this shared oven scenario? Or maybe if he had read the recipe, he would have put it in the
literally-
oven same time as everyone else.
Literally had a recipe and did not follow the recipe.
But at the end of the day, the result is this, though. You know, we
Yeah.
could use our imagination and say, if he had 25 more minutes in the oven, would it have been delicious?
It still
Would it
has
have-
paper on it.
Let's move on to Eugene.
I thought he did very well with what he ended up with.
Yes, it was very clever.
It was very clever. And for taste, that was a flavor that I enjoyed as opposed to, oh, this is far too sweet.
Yeah.
You know?
I do kind of lump texture in with taste, and it was very wet.
It's more spongy than it was. Yeah, it tasted okay, but it has nothing to do with the pavlova.
Right.
We have a lot to decide. We're gonna talk amongst ourselves off camera and then call the guys back. Wish them luck.
All right, we are back.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for cooking our recipe and doing it justice. All of these dishes, these delicious desserts, had things that delighted us, they had things that disappointed us, but there can be only one winner.
Guys, no matter what happens, the most delicious part of today's recipe was the date that we
The
on.
wine I had.
It was each other.
Well, I have the delightful job of announcing who is the third place winner.
Place winner. That's a great way to put it. That's a great way to put it. I like that.
Bronze medalist.
There
in the-
are no losers. It loses on a disqualification. Eugene's was not exactly
winner!
What? How can that be?
It was more of a spongy dessert.
It is more like tres leche than it is a pavlova. Because it's soaked in something, you know?
What I'm hearing is it needed more alcohol.
We actually did love the alcohol, although I think the alcohol did end up being the reason.
The alcohol made
for
it
disqualifying
not a
it.
pavlova.
Yeah.
So the alcohol made it somehow
Delicious.
better and worse at the same time?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it does to
That
people.
is.
Thank you.
Well, one of us isn't
Wow,
gonna
man,
get
you
to
guys
scream in outrage.
hold hands.
Top two, baby! Look at us, motherfucker, top two!
Both were incredible attempts.
The winner technically was the most sound. It had all the elements of a pavlova. The fruits that were in the recipe garnished it correctly with what was suggested with whipped cream. It was really close. It was really, really close. But we did have to choose a winner. The winner of this competition is Keith.
I won the Pavlova award? Oh my God, this is huge for me. And you know what? I feel like I am a Pavlova. A lot of people say I have such a hard exterior, but inside I'm all gooey, and also I'm full of secret raisins.
Actually, every element that you added was really not working. You know, you were the only person that really nailed the crunch of the crust.
But you didn't love my cool creativity.
No.
It was a good effort. It was a good
Thanks.
effort.
And that is our pavlova with citrus salad from our new cookbook, the Date Night Cookbook.
And you can pre-order it right now at datenightcookbook.com. Thank you, Chef Uyen, for being here today.
We're gonna have her on our podcast. You can sit with us, so tune in for that.
Well, Keith, this time you were Daddy's favorite.
Love to hear that, baby. Wish I had some cinnamon in there. Sorry, didn't mean to have any cinnamon on set. I don't know how that happened.
Oh my God, he's an actual dad.
I know.
that's the point.
Right, I know.
I get it.
And he loved the raisins.
Okay, what if I was like, hey, can you leave my office door open? And you were like, yeah. You
Now
think
it's
that's leaving
open.
the office door open?
Yeah, that's open.
I want to be able to see through it. That door is open.
We have glass doors.